One man has died after a triple shooting in Forest City over the weekend.
Officers were called to a residence on Sunday for reports of shots fired, and they found 3 people injured. One of those victims died this morning from his injuries.
News 13's Taylor Thompson sat down with the police chief today and has the latest.
Chief Leroy tells me that when officers first arrived at the scene here on Caldwell Street, they found all 3 of the people involved in the shooting injured on the driveway.
The disturbance began at the house. The actual gunfire erupted outside.
It was around 11:30 a.m. on Sunday morning when Leroy says officers arrived to what he described as an outdoor scene, with everything occurring in the front yard and driveway area of the home. 39-year-old Crisanto Graves and 38-year-old Tammy Cole lived at the residence. Leroy says the couples lived there for many years, and Tammy's son, 23-year-old Damian Cole, stopped by that morning.
We're still working through what the argument was over, who was arguing with whom, but we know the argument at some point erupted there at the house.
He says there were only 2 shooters, Damian and Crisanto, and that Tammy was attempting to defuse the situation.
It's at least a domestic argument, at the very least. Obviously, at the most, it's just a disturbance.
Damian was taken to Spartanburg Regional Medical Center on Sunday with life-threatening injuries and died from those injuries on Monday morning. Leroy says that both Crisanto and Tammy are in stable condition. Have there been any previous calls, any issues with them in the past, or was this just out of the blue?
We have records of involvement with them, but nothing of any circumstance. I think there's a few larceny reports, a few minor incidents here and there, nothing obviously to this degree.
Right now, Leroy says they're still working through everything to see if there will be any criminal charges, but that this entire incident was far from what a typical Sunday morning looks like in their town.
We haven't had a shooting in town for several months. It's by no means a frequent occurrence.
And while Leroy says he doesn't believe there's anyone else involved in this domestic dispute, the incident is still under investigation. If you have any information, you're asked to please reach out to the police department. In Forest City, I'm Taylor Thompson, News 13.